वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दम् कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वगणी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैर्ननदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरगः पेपीयमानम् मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजम् कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We have seen the first chapter of the Gita. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Arjuna was completely depressed. Vishada. He was completely depressed and he was in sorrow. Having lamented the whole first chapter, he just dropped his weapon and sat down in the chariot itself. Visrajya sasharam chatum shoka sambigna manasaha arjunaha ratopaste upavishat. He just sat down on the chariot. Shoka sambigna manasaha. He was immersed, submerged in shoka, grief, dejection. That is why the chapter is called Vishada. Arjunasya Vishada. The dukkha of Arjuna was described in the words of Arjuna himself. Arjuna described his shoka, his grief, expression of dukkha in words by Arjuna. Therefore, it is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Yoga is a topic. Therefore, the topic of the first chapter being the sorrow as spoken by Arjuna, it is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Arjuna, he expressed, he did not analyze, he expressed his problem in words. He discovered that he is in samsara. What is samsara? What is samsara, if you ask? Samsara is nothing but this shoka, raga, moha. That is called samsara. Moha, raga, shoka. This is what the samsara is. Because of moha, delusion, the wrong thinking, one has a liking, a raga, an attachment for certain things. And because of raga, one is in shoka. Raga creates a dependency. When you have a liking, a preference for something, it means you are dependent on that. There is a dependency. And when the dependent object is not achieved, the dependent need not be a physical object. It could be in the form of a security, could be in the form of happiness, could be in the form of any comfort, mental or physical, whatever it may be. Any dependency is called samsara. When you don't depend on yourself for your comfort, for your security, for your happiness, for your purnatvam, that is called samsara. It means you depend on something else other than you. That will definitely cause dukkha, shoka. So therefore, Arjuna, he thought that is sukham, that is happiness, is well-being, depends on the well-being of his kith and kin. Therefore, he was in shoka, and therefore he was in samsara. Therefore, the first full chapter was the description of samsara, samsara varnanam of Arjuna. He discovered that he was in samsara. Having discovered that samsara, he wanted to solve the problem by himself, which he could not do. If we had thought that he can solve the problem, then he would not have dropped the weapon and just sat down on the chariot in the battlefield itself. He would have run away from the battlefield and would have taken sannyasa also. Whereas Arjuna, he understood there is some fallacy in his thinking. Therefore, he just sat down wanting his charioteer, his friend Krishna to help him. That he did not verbalize. He did not verbalize that yet. But Krishna, being charioteer, he would do. He's waiting for the right moment to open his mouth. So the first thing is samsara darshanam, discovery of that one is in samsara. That is the first step. Understanding that I am in problem. That is the first step. The discovery of that I am in a problem. That is the first step. And second step is discovering the helplessness. Karpanya bhava. Discovering the helplessness. Karpanya bhava. Dhainya bhava. This is the second step. Understanding that the problem cannot be solved by myself alone. That is the Karpanya bhava, helplessness. That stage Arjuna had not yet gone. He will go. in the next few shlokas, we'll be seeing the first 10 shlokas of the second chapter. Arjuna will express his helplessness, and the next step will be Sharanagati, submitting at the feet of the teacher, the guide, and requesting him to uplift from this mire of samsara. That is what the first 10 shlokas of the second chapter will do. And we have seen the first 3 shlokas of the second chapter. The second chapter, it begins with the Sanjaya Vacha. Sanjaya, he spoke, he described the condition of Arjuna. Santata kripaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam vishidantam idam vakyam vacha madhusudanaha. Arjuna was completely overwhelmed by kripaya, daya, and his eyes were filled with tears. And to that Arjuna, who was vishidantam, dukkhitam, madhusudanaha, Bhagavan Krishna, idam vakyam uvacha. He spoke these words. What are those words? That also we saw. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam anadijushtamasvargyam akirtikaram he Arjuna iti. And the next shloka also was spoken by Bhagavan. Here, one point we have to discuss. Arjuna, he wanted to run away from the battlefield. And the consequence of the Yuddha is well known. It is going to be disastrous for both the armies. And Arjuna's decision of not fighting the battle would be better. That would have avoided the destruction of the people on both sides. That would have been a better choice. That is how many people think. Generally, people think that Arjuna's decision not to fight would be better rather than to indulge in the fight and destroying millions of people in the war. Because nobody likes war. All over the world, nobody likes war. There will be destruction of properties, there will be destruction of so many lives. Therefore, Arjuna seems to be better than Krishna. Arjuna wants to have peace, he doesn't want war. Whereas Krishna, in the second and the third shloka, he will whip him by words and is egging Arjuna onto war. How can we accept this situation? Arjuna is speaking of peace, non-violence. He's speaking of compassion. Whereas Krishna is asking Arjuna to give up these values, the value of compassion, the value of non-violence, and asking him to fight. Arjuna, he was trying to be a ahimsavadi, whereas Krishna, he wants Arjuna to do himsa. How can we accept this situation? Let us understand this very clearly. Ahimsa, when we say ahimsa, talk about ahimsa, it's a samanya dharma. It's a dharma which is common to every being, every human being. Samanya dharma. You should not cause any harm to anyone with your body, with your words, even with your thoughts. Not causing harm to anyone either by words or by thinking or by body, that is physically, that is called ahimsa. Ahimsa paramo dharmaha. That is what our Shastram says. Ahimsam Himsam na kuryat. Don't do himsa to any beings. Ahimsa is considered to be the first and the foremost value. If ahimsa is there, all the other samanya dharma will be present in the person. Ahimsa is given the first place. If a person has got ahimsa, then the person will have mastery over his mind. He would be able to have complete mastery over this asura mana, the mind which is like an asura. To have mastery over that, ahimsa is important. When you practice ahimsa, your mind will be in your control. Not only that, when you are a person of ahimsa, it has got avantara prayojanam also. Avantara prayojanam is the prayojanam which comes along with that. Avantara, another benefit. What is that? Rogini, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. What is that avantara prayojanam? Avantara prayojanam is in the presence of a person who practices ahimsa, all the beings, other beings, whether it is human beings or any other being, that also will not do himsa. That is avantara prayojanam. When a person is a practitioner of ahimsa, purna ahimsa, then no other beings or any other beings in the presence of that person will not do himsa. Ahimsa pratishtayam tatsanido vairatyagaha. Yoga Sutra says that. So therefore, ahimsa is given a special place. That is why the religion like the Jainism, Buddhism, they all want people to practice ahimsa, purana ahimsa. But purana ahimsa is not possible. Practically speaking, with complete ahimsa, it's not possible. For leading a day-to-day life, complete ahimsa is never possible. When you walk or when you cook or when you clean the house, a lot of ahimsa we do to other beings, small beings. You may refrain from doing ahimsa to your another person, your neighbor. But when you walk, there will be a lot of insects, ants, and also in your cooking process. In those days, the kitchen they use firewood. A lot of insects may be there in the wood, or they may come and just drop on the fire and die. All are ahimsa. Even when we do the yaga, yajna, homa, that we use the wood for offering to the Agni. The wood may contain insects. That also goes along with the fire. It is an ahimsa. Bhagavad Pada in one of the in his commentary in one of the shlokas in Gita, he himself says, in the yaga, yajna, homa, the karma, when we offer the firewood to the Agni, there may be some small insects in that. That also will get burnt along with the wood. All these are himsa, but for that also we do prayaschitta. When we do that karma, specific karma, we do prayaschitta and say some specific mantra and offer that wood because it's unavoidable. So, therefore, the complete ahimsa is never possible. Though the religions like Buddhism and Jainism, they emphasize, but it is not possible. Our mata, it knows very well. That is why our mata never prescribes total ahimsa because it is not possible. Our mata, it prescribes ahimsa only to sannyasi. Complete ahimsa only to a sannyasi. A sannyasi must observe complete ahimsa. That is why a sannyasi, he doesn't cook for himself. Even the cooking he should not do. He gives up all the Agni Karma. Agni Karma means the rituals. Having led the Grihastha life where he would have done a lot of Agni Karma, and now having taken up sannyasa, he gives up all the Agni Karma, all the rituals, Karma Kanta. The Karma Kanta portion he gives up and takes up the Jnana Kanta. So there is no ritual, no homa for the sannyasi. And also he leads a life only by Vikshacharya. Therefore, he doesn't have to cook. He should not cook. Cooking involves himsa. Therefore, cooking is not there for sannyasi. That is saffron robe itself indicates that he is a ahimsa, is a follower of ahimsa. Let no creature be afraid of me. That is what this saffron robe indicates. I am the abhaya. Let abhaya means no fear. Let no beings be afraid of me. I will never do himsa to any being. That he conveys by wearing the akar robe. That is the significance of the kashaya vastram also. Therefore, that is why even when the chaturmasya vrata, the sannyasis in those days, they will not move from place to place. Movement from place to place, that is the parivrajaka, the lifestyle, that was a lifestyle prescribed for the sannyasi. They move from place to place, from one village to another village, they beg, and they live. But during Chaturmasya, they never move from place to place. Because it is a time when rain comes and all the insects will come out from its hole and move here and there. And this sannyasi, while walking, he may step on those insects and kill them. So in order to avoid, they don't move from place to place. Therefore, the Chaturmasya Vrata, that also indicates that sannyasi not wanting to kill remains in a place. Therefore, our mata clearly knows that if you prescribe complete ahimsa to all the beings uniformly, that will result in some sort of guilty feeling. That's why it prescribes ahimsa only to sannyasi. The very sannyasa mantra, in that itself, a line comes, let no being be afraid of me. I am Abhaya Pradhana. I will be a source of fearlessness for all the beings. That is what the sannyasi indicates. He conveys. Whereas the people in the other ashrama meaning the other three ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, Vanaprastha and Brahmacharya, for them, this rigid rule of ahimsa is not prescribed. Our mata is practical. Therefore, here, Arjuna seems to be better than Krishna, but it is not. Arjuna wanting to run away from the battle is not because of ahimsa. Is it bigger? Had it been because of ahimsa, then he would not have come to the battle at all. He would have withdrawn. He would have withdrawn from the battle before itself. Krishna need not have taken all the effort to bring both the parties to a discussion, and finally that discussion also did not work. Krishna went as a messenger also. So all the effort which Krishna put, that he would not have done if Arjuna had taken the decision to give up everything and want to become a sannyasi. But that was not the case. So therefore here, Arjuna, he broke down in the midst of the battlefield. Is it a virtue or is it a weakness? It may seem a positive virtue on the side of Arjuna, but it is not. Any virtue, if you take, it should make a person stronger. Because the virtue and the strength, they go together. The strength and the virtue, they go together. The strength and the character, they go together. Whereas in Arjuna's case, when he had this nervous breakdown, it was not because of the virtue of ahimsa. It clearly shows that he was overpowered by the compassion for his kith and kin. If Krishna had placed his chariot right in front of Duryodhana, the case would have been different. But now, Arjuna, he was forced to see his Guru, Dronacharya, and his Pitamaha, Bhishma, towards whom Arjuna had great reverence and a special bond. Therefore, he was Kripaya Avishtam Ashrupurna Kulekshanam. And that is why now Krishna had to whip him. He had to whip him and remind Arjuna of his duty. For a Kshatriya, this Yuddha is a dharma. A Kshatriya must observe his duty of waging the dharma yuddha. That is the dharma. And being a Kshatriya, now Krishna asks Arjuna, in this crisis, Vishame, Kutaha Tvam Kashmalam Samupastitam, how this Kashmalam, this Chitta Kalushyam, how it has descended upon you in this crisis, and this doesn't befit you. This is Anaryam. This is Anarya Jushtam. This is Aswargyam, not conducive to take you to Swarga. And it is Akirtikaram. It doesn't bring you any fame. Hey, Arjuna, therefore, Klaibyam mas tvagamah partha na etat tvayi upapadyate Shudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktva he parantapa uttishta. So in this verses, Krishna is advising only Arjuna. He has not yet begun to teach Arjuna. The words of Krishna here, they are designed only to shake Arjuna, to bring Arjuna to his consciousness, to action. Lord Krishna, he wants Arjuna to think. He wants Arjuna to think and act. Hey Arjuna, you are placed in a situation where you are supposed to act. You are supposed to act, not talk. And you also have pulled me in this situation. Now what you are saying doesn't reflect your culture. It doesn't reflect your upbringing. A noble man does what is to be done. It's called Arya. But here, your action is not becoming of an Arya Purusha. It is Anarya Jushtam. And withdrawal from the battlefield will not give you fame or heaven. Then how did you arrive at this conclusion that it will bring you papam? Dharma Shastra says that a Kshatriya who runs away from the battlefield, he commits papam. And for him, there will not be a better lot here on earth, what to talk of in Swargaloka. Therefore, all the fame which you have acquired so many years, everything will become nothing because of this one single action of you. And everybody who are talking about you as a great warrior, now they will laugh at you. And they will forget what you have achieved before. That you are a mighty person, you conquered so many kings. Now they will talk only about your stupid action. And Bhagavan Krishna himself will later say, people will speak unspeakable things. Avachyavadan bhagun vadishyanti tavahitaha. Later Krishna will say this in this very chapter itself. People will speak all unspeakable things. Therefore, you have to give up this hridaya daurbalyam, this chicken-heartedness, this weakness. You have to give up. If you were an ordinary soldier, then the things would have been different. Here you are a great archer. You are a famous person. The entire army is going to follow you if you give up the war. And Duryodhana will win the war without firing a shot. And he would say that seeing my army, seeing me, Arjuna, he ran away from the battlefield. He will never say you ran out of compassion. But everybody will say you escaped from the battlefield out of fear only. Therefore, Masna Gamav Partha, let this not unmanliness overpower you. It doesn't befit you. It may be acceptable to other person, but not to you. You are a Pandava prince. Therefore, if you run away from your duty, then who will perform it? Therefore, Parantapa, that's destroyer of enemies. Arjuna, Krishna, he encourages. Krishna encourages Arjuna by calling a Parantapa. You are the destroyer of enemies. So, do your duty. Don't give place to any conflict. And uses one more word, Klaibyam. That would have been a big blow to Arjuna. Therefore, Arjuna, he would say, oh Bhagavan, I don't deserve those kind of words. You are calling me a Kliba, but you know me very well. I am not a coward. I am a brave person. I can have sympathy. My sympathy is mistaken for my fear. You know very well. That's what Arjuna is trying to explain Krishna in the next verse, the fourth verse, which we have to see today. So first shloka spoken by Sanjaya, and the next two shloka by Bhagavan. The teaching had not yet begun, and now the words of Krishna. To the words of Krishna, now the response of Arjuna comes. Arjuna, we will be expressing his Karpanya Bhava in these few verses, which we will see today. So you can chant with me. Arjuna Uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha.
Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhye.
Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhye.
Dronam cha Madhusudana.
Dronam cha Madhusudana.
Ishubhif pratiyotsyami.
Ishubhih pratiyotsyami.
Pujarhau Harisudana.
Pujarhau Harisudana.
Pujarhau, that's a mistake. That Repa should come above the Hau. It is not Purjahu, Pujarhau. Pujarhau, we will see what it is. So now you can mute. Now Arjuna, he speaks. Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhye Dronam cha Madhusudana. Madhusudana is Sambodhana. Ishubhihi Pratiyotsyami Pujarhau Harisudana. Madhusudana Harisudana. Madhun Nama Daityam Sudayati iti Madhusudana. the destroyer of Madhu. Madhu, as I said before, Madhu could be a Rakshasa, or it could be the ego. The ego in a person. That is also Madhu, because everybody likes himself. The ego. Ego is so attractive, is so a person likes as a liking for his own ego. Therefore, it's like a Madhu, honey. Like everybody, have a liking for honey. So everybody likes their own ego. The one who destroys that is Madhusudana. Bhagavan Krishna, he destroys the ego. How? By giving jnana. That is another way of interpretation. Or the destroyer of the Rakshasa, Madhu, is Madhusudana. Both way we can interpret. And similarly, Harisudana. Here, the first letter, the swara, Harisudana. Not Harisudana. Hari meaning enemy. Arin Sudayati iti Harisudana. Both are Sambodhana. He Rama. Similarly, He Madhusudana. He Harisudana. Katam Pratiyotsyami. Katam Pratiyotsyami. Ishubhihi. How can I fight? Yotsyami. From the Yudh Dhatu. It is future tense. Katam Pratiyotsyami. How will I fight? How will I fight back? Katam Pratiyotsyami. Arjuna says, Aham Katam Pratiyotsyami. How will I fight back? Ishubhihi. With my issue. With my arrows. Issue is Ukaranta Pullinga Shabda. Issue. Ishubhihi. Haribhihi. Like Hari Shabda. So how will I fight back with arrows? Whom? Bhishmam, Dronam, Cha. How will I fight with arrows in the battle? Sankhye, Yuddha Kshetre, Ranabhumau, Kurukshetre, Dharma Kshetre. How will I fight back with weapons in the battlefield against Bhishma and Drona? Bhishma is grandfather and Drona is Acharya. So here, the cause of Arjuna's dukkha, depression is very clear. He is referring to Bhishma and Drona. They are not just relatives for him. They are not just mere acquaintances. They are pujarhau. Pujam arhati iti pujarga. Pujam argati. They deserve puja. They deserve to be worshipped. Pujam argati iti pujarha. Pujarhau, pointing to both the people, Bhishma and Drona. It is Bhivachanam. Pratama Vibhakti, Bhivachanam. They deserve to be worshipped. Pujarhau, it is Dvitiya Vibhakti, Dvivachanam. It goes along with Bhishmam, Dronam. Two people are there, therefore Dvivachanam, and it is Bhishmam, Dronam, Dvitiya Vibhakti. Is Bhishma and Drona who deserve to be worshipped. They are not simple person. They deserve my respect. They are the people on whose lap I sat, and from my Guru Drona, from whom I learned all the skills and knowledge. How can I fight? How can I fight with them? I cannot point my arrows against them. They deserve flowers, not arrows. They deserve puja, offering flowers at the feet, not arrows pointing their chest. I cannot kill them. Therefore, he says, let them kill me. That is not a problem. But they deserve worship from me. Harisudana, By calling Arisudana, he indirectly he tells Krishna, you killed only the enemies. You never happened to kill your own kith and kin. Whomever you have killed so far in your life, a Krishna, a Madhusudana as well as Arisudana, both this Sambodhana address refers to Krishna saying that you killed only your enemies. You never happened to kill your own kith and kin. But my case situation is different. Now I am put in such a sankata, a situation where I am forced to fight with my own people who deserve worship. And Guru is there, Bhishma is there, Drona is my Guru. You are a Arisudana, you are now making me a Guru Sudana. You want to kill my Guru. I don't want to be a Guru Sudana. And similarly, I don't want to kill my grandfather, Bhishma, Pitamaga Sudana. Therefore he says, Agam Ishibhi Katam Pratyochami. How can I fight? So, when Arjuna is expressing his words, expressing his thoughts through words, now Arjuna, he also thinks, he also parallelly thinks, and he will express his helplessness. Allowing Arjuna to speak, and while speaking, allowing Arjuna to think. Now Krishna listens to what Arjuna says, and because of his whipping words, now the thinking of Arjuna, you will see slowly it will straighten out. Now he will express his helplessness. So far he was expressing his dukkha, his pain. He was expressing his samsara. Now he was expressing his problem of samsara. Now in his words he will express his helplessness. And then finally he will surrender. So while we read these verses, you will see the thinking of Arjuna, how it takes shape from the first chapter to the second chapter. The person thinking will change, and he will ask for the guidance. He will ask for the help. We will see that slowly, the shift in the thinking of Arjuna. Now the next shloka number 5. It is in a different meter. So far we have seen the simple shlokas. They're all in Anushtup meter, Anushtup Chandas. Now this shloka is in Trishtup Chandas. Trishtup meter. You can repeat after me. Guru Nahatva hi Mahanubhavan.
Guru Nahatva Mahanubhavan
Shreyo Bhoktum Vaikshyamati Haloke.
Shreyo Bhoktum Bhaikshyamapi Haloke
Hatvartakamanstu Guru Nihaiva.
Hatvatthakamanstu Nihaiva
Bhunjiya Bhogan Rudira Pradigdhan.
Bhunjiya Bhogan Rudhira Pradigdhan.
Okay, you can mute now. Guru Nahatva Hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktum Vaikshyamati Haloke Hatvartha Kaman Tu Gurun Iha Eva Bhunjiya Bhogan Rudira Pradigdhan. Here, Vaikshyam, the word Vaikshyam itself indicates that Arjuna, he wants to take up the lifestyle of a sannyasi. Because a sannyasi is free from all these conflicts. That is why he is a sannyasi. That is a person who is free from all the conflicts. Therefore, he can lead a life of peace, ahimsa. Therefore, he is a sannyasi. Arjuna thinks by taking up the life of sannyasa, a person can become free of conflict. It is not. It is the other way. Only a person free from conflicts can take up the lifestyle of a sannyasi. Not because you take up the lifestyle of sannyasi, you will become free from conflict. That will never happen. A certain preparation is required to become a sannyasi. Generally, there's people think when a person is good for nothing, then he is fit to become a sannyasi. It is not like that. Yes, a person who is good. I have heard this in the ashramas. So some in Bengal, the parents they bring their children, a boy, to the ashram, and they will tell the monk there, this person is good for nothing. Oh Swami, you please keep this boy with you. Because the person is good for nothing in the external world. Now the parent is they were ready to offer the person to the monastery. It means their understanding is that a person who is good for nothing, he is fit to become a sadhu, a sannyasi. It is not like that. To become a sannyasi or sadhu, a person should be more qualified than what the person requires to lead the external life, the transactional life. Without courage, without virtue, without manliness, a person cannot become a sannyasi. Sannyasa is a lifestyle where the person is where a person discovers or wanting to discover the real nature of oneself, the real nature of the oneself, and for that he needs a lot of courage, a bravery, not physical bravery. A person needs a lot of inner strength, that mental maturity. The person should not have escaped from the duties and the conflicts. The person should be able to analyze the situation, to be able to think properly. All these qualifications are required. And only a person can choose to become a sannyasi. It's a choice. It is not something that you are not fit for that, therefore you become like that. It is a serious mistake, serious fallacy in thinking. Therefore, here the word Bhaiksha that suggests that Arjuna wanted to become a sannyasi. Since Rishikesh is not very far from Kurukshetra, he thought he would have just go to Rishikesh and take up the lifestyle of a bhikshu, sannyasi. So here he says, Gurun agatvahi mahanubhavan shreyaha bhoktum bhaiksham api ihaloke. Ihaloke, in this world, shreyaha, it would be better. Shreyaha, it would be better. Bhaiksham bhoktum. Bhaiksham is Bhiksha Chatanam. Bhaiksham. Bhiksha Chatanam bhoktum. Begging and sustaining. Begging and sustaining, that would be better in this world compared to what? Gurun ahatva. Not having killed the gurus. Not having killed the gurus. Hatva, having killed. Na hatva, not having killed the gurus. And they are Mahanu Bhavas. They are all great people. Great people. compared to not killing them, what is better? Leading a life of begging, Bhiksha Chatanam. That would be better in this loke, in this world. Hatva Arthakamanstu Gurun Iga Eva Punjiya Bhogan Tirapradita. Whereas Hatva, Yadi Hatva, if I kill them, if I kill the gurus, then this Bhogan, the Bhoga Vastu, what I would be getting after gaining the Astinapura back, what I would be getting, all the Bhoga Vastus, they all will be Rudira Pradigdhan. They all will be stained with the Rudira, the blood of the Gurus, blood of my kith and kin. What I will be enjoying, the enjoyment of this Artha and Kama. Artha is pleasure, Artha is security, Kama is pleasure. Whatever the Artha pleasure, Artha and Kama, which I would be enjoying after killing the Gurun, Iga Eva, here itself, and those experience, those Bhoga, all will be stained with the blood of them. Therefore, compared to that, leading a lifestyle of Bhiksha Chatanam would be better for me. So far, Arjuna, he has been thinking only of the horror of killing Bhishma, Drona, and others. Now, here in this shloka, he begins to think of the alternatives. Now, he suddenly turn to the life of Bhikshu. The lifestyle of a Bhikshu is go to the forest and live in a simple life in the pursuit of truth, and he has to depend only on Bhiksha for sustaining his life. So he's thinking of such alternative. So therefore, he says, I would rather live off Bhiksha Chatanam than fighting. So this is a new line of thinking which is triggered in the mind of Arjuna. So there is a reversal thinking pattern in the mind of Arjuna. Such things generally happen when we are in such a situation and we start inquiring. For example, we often see the death in the society, like the death of a close relative or a friend. Then we think this man, he was alive today, but now he's dead. What happened to this life? Was it just the body, or or there was something different from the body which left the body and is no more now here? So is there something which is more lasting than this physical body, which is nothing but made of flesh and bones? This man whom I saw till yesterday is no more now. So what about me? Am I also like that? All my the achievements and whatever I want to achieve also, all my goals, everything is meaningless. So all these questions will arise in our mind. And these questions are fundamental, and they're fundamental and they are universal. And these arise because of ignorance about ourselves. And these questions will arise only when we start inquiring, when we start thinking and inquiring. When you are in the grip of sorrow, you won't be able to think in these lines. Similarly, here also, Arjuna, when he was in the grip of sorrow completely, he could not think of anything. So now, Arjuna started thinking. So is now choosing a better option. What would be better for me? What would be better for me other than this engaging in this battlefield? It starts thinking that. Therefore, he says, Diksha Chatanam, that is the lifestyle of a sannyasi, would be better for me. And that he expressed very clearly in this shloka. And also, the next shloka, you will see, his thinking further straightens up. Shloka number 6. न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः
न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः
यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः
यद्वा जयेम यदि वा जयेयुः
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः
यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः
तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः
तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः.
Okay, you can mute now. So here you can see the Arjuna is expressing his thought of the option what he has in his mind. The option being whether we should conquer these people or allow them to conquer us. So in the previous, up to the previous chapter, he decided not to fight. Now, a slight change in the thought pattern of Arjuna makes him to rethink his decision. A shift in the thought pattern of Arjuna is clearly seen in these shlokas. Therefore, he says, I don't know, we don't know. He says, Acha etat vitmaha, is using Bhagavad. We don't know. He includes Krishna also. Krishna is very clear, but Arjuna, he includes Krishna also. Acha etat vidvaha katarat naha gariyaha. Naha is asmakam. For us, we don't know which is better, as though Krishna doesn't know. But Arjuna, he includes Krishna also. He says, we don't know which of the two will be the better. Katarat naha gariyaha. Gariyaha is, that is better. Naha is asmakam. To us, katarat, what would be better for us, it is not known to us. Nacha etat, this is not known to us. What? Which would be better for us? Na vidmaha, not known to us. Katarat, which one? Gariyaha, better. Naha, for us. So now the alternative as that thought of something available as alternative, it has come upon the mind of the thinking of Arjuna. That is what is expressed in this sloka of Arjuna. What is that alternative? Yadva jayema yadiva no jayehu. Yadva jayema yadiva no jayehu. Should we conquer them? Conquer the Dhartarashtras, or allow them to conquer us, or they should conquer us. They should win over us. Either we should conquer them or they should conquer us. So this alternative, now it has come to Arjuna. Yaneva hatva na jiji vishamaha. Yan eva hatva na jiji vishamaha. Jivitum ichamaha. Jiji vishamaha. Na jiji vishamaha. Yan atva. Yan is the Dhartarashtran atva. Having killed the Dhartarashtran, the sons of Dhritarashtra, killing whom we will not be desiring to live. killing whom we will not be desiring to live. Te avastitaha pramukhe Dhartarashtraha. Those Dhartarashtras, the sons of Dhritarashtra, they are standing avastitaha pramukhe right in front. Killing whom we will not live, they are standing right in front of them. So what would be better for us? Either that we should conquer them or they should conquer. They should conquer us. Oh Krishna, I thought I can solve the problem of samsara by myself. I had tried my best, and now I'm helpless. So all the effort on my side to solve the problem by myself, now it was in vain. I'm helpless. Therefore, na nacha etat vidmaha. Therefore, I don't know. I don't know whether to fight or not. He says, I don't know. We don't know is there, but it is I don't know. Arjuna, I don't know. I don't know whether to fight or not. So now you can see the shift in the thought pattern. He decided not to fight. Now there is a, a reversal in his thinking. He takes up the decision not to fight again and started thinking whether my decision not to fight was correct or not. I don't know whether to fight or not. Now, that alternative it has come upon the mind of the Arjuna. On the one side, I feel I should not fight, killing Bhishma and Drona. Katam Bhishma Magam Sankye. They are Pujargo. They deserve my worship. They deserve my worship. So on one side, I think I should not fight. They are my teachers. They are Mahanubhavas. Therefore, seeing them, I'd like to withdraw from the battlefield. But at the same time, my mind thinks this is Dharma Yuddha. This is Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, where Dharma should be established. And as a Kshatriya, I should not turn away from the battlefield. I should not turn away from this Dharma Yuddha, righteous war. And turning away from this battlefield for a Kshatriya, it will incur Pratyavaya Papam. Therefore, now I am not in a position what to decide. Now, Arjuna, he expresses its helplessness in not arriving at the conclusive decision. So when you are helpless, what do you do? Take the help of another person. You take the help of the another person. The other person may be your friend, or it could be your father, mother, or any relation, or it could be your guru. In the case of mundane matters, you can take the help of the person whom you know, who are attached to you. But in the case of spiritual matters, only a guru can help. Therefore, the person who was standing by his side, Lord Krishna, just a charioteer, towards him, now Arjuna will seek spiritual help. Having discovered his helplessness, having discovered his helplessness and he understood the problem of samsara, now he will seek to take the guidance, the teaching of Krishna. That is what is going to come in the next shloka, which we will see in the next class.
Karanji,
Yeah.
Nachaitat Vimaha. Is there any? They are missing that.
It's Nachaitat.
Vimaha. Nachaitat Vimaha.
No, it's not Vimaha, it's a typo. Okay.
Oh, a typo.
It's a Vimaha.
Right.
Thank you for that. I'll change Nachaitat Maha. That above Makara, that Nakara should come.
Okay. Thanks.
So we'll stop here. I hope my voice was clear to you. I don't know, because my throat was completely choked. Finding the
It's not clear, sir.
I think you are straining it.
this in change of place now in Chennai. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः जी।
Thank you.
धन्यवादः जी।
धन्यवाद।